So I think higher price wants to go. We tapped in this 4 hour, dig deep. Um, just swept this liquidity as well. So this looks starting to set up for a nice long position maybe. Kind of want to see us manipulate this high a little bit before we come back down. Or just see nice volume. And then we'll take that to the unmitigated or 1500. We are trading evals, so this is not a bad eval trade at all. Yeah, nice confirmation to the upside. 5 minute touch, beautiful 5 minute candle right here. 5 minute is a little overextended, but I'm gonna wait for a little maybe pull back into this fair value gap to make this really A plus, honestly. Okay. Yeah, nice volume to the upwards right now. We're actually gonna try this. Entry right here isn't a bad idea, I don't think. And we're honestly just gonna target 1500 about what we need to make. So this is a volume trade. Stop loss is basically our DLL. But why do I think this trade will work? So I think the narrative behind this trade is we are just manipulating. And as long as the 15 minute looks nice for longs, I think we do push up really high. TPs are a little unnecessary just because we do have a higher time frame 1 hour gap above us. So longs are really probable in this zone, especially since market just opened manipulation candle. What did we do? Took out these lows, really nice, created an order block. So price realistically shouldn't come out of this zone. Break even here would be fine, but I'd rather just kind of trail my stop loss a little bit because this trade could take a while. And I don't want to go break even because we do have gaps still coming down to us. So it's realistic. So really nice volume right here to the upside. I kind of do want to just go break even automatically on that gap. But we're just going to go ahead and go 400 right here. No sweep of liquidity yet for this side. Swear to God, my magnet is like dumb as fuck, but whatever. Yeah, really nice expansion to the upside right now. Beautiful 4 bar candles. Expecting this candle to come down a little bit and tap these EMAs, which would be perfectly fine to go up. Notice how we have no top wick right here. Beautiful pull back up. It's gonna happen fast probably. So right here is a time to be like thinking about a break even position maybe. I'm actually gonna go back like risk on. Um, I just think I think I need to let this trade play out a little more and kind of develop the structure it needs to build before we come back up. There's no reason why I should be thinking shorts in this scenario, like realistically. So here's this touch back into this 1 minute, really nice. This candle is fine, honestly, and I prefer it because if we sweep this low now, we have a reason to go break even. So it just adds more structure. Really nice. Nice. So we are seeing a little volume to the downside, which is perfectly fine. And I don't think we range yet because we have a change of state delivery as well in the 1 minute. 15 minute is still holding its structure. We have a 5 minute, 5 minute till new one. Um, yeah, I think this looks really good. Especially since our draw isn't even that high either. We mark out fib as well. What the fuck is wrong with my fib settings, dude? Maybe it's because I'm on cool edge, but it's whatever. This inversion doesn't really affect me. It looks like we are seeing price fail right now at this level, which is fine. Yeah, I don't think this looks bad yet. I'll start getting concerned if we start closing above these EMAs. But as of right now, I think we're fine. We are tapping into this 2 minute, finally hitting these EMAs right here. So kind of want to see some volume out. If we don't see it soon, then I would be forced to close the trade. You know, we could have just came up, manipulated it, and come back down. It's a probable sign, but I don't think so. I think our entry is perfect where we are. Uh, I think we did everything we could in this trade, honestly. 5 minute. I mean, the bearish just isn't holding its structure. Look at this fucking 15-minute every series. So we might just completely flip right here, which honestly would genuinely fucking suck. It's okay though. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna flip completely. I don't really see us maybe off this touch, but I think we're gonna hit stop loss probably. Especially since we fully closed beneath both EMAs, so not a good sign. Beautiful volume to the upside though once we tapped into that zone. Look at that, sheesh. I'm gonna go take a shit, I'll be back. Wow, gentlemen. Wow, gentlemen. This is a beautiful trade. Beautiful zone. Look at that touch into that fucking fair value gap, right? And so you guys might be thinking, why did I move my stop, right? Look at that. I would have been ticked out, bro. Are you fucking serious? So now we can completely de-risk. Price honestly should just fucking keep pushing higher. It doesn't really make sense for us to come back down to this zone yet. Especially since we have really high draws higher. So break even right here would be acceptable, but for me, I'm gonna let it play out just because we have this 1 minute order block right here, which is protected. So stops protected. We have a fair value gap that we need to inverse now. We're rejecting out of a higher time frame fair value gap. So price honestly should completely play out. And as long as we don't get a close above this bottom structure right here, the trade is even more probable. If we do, then we're just gonna have to work to get past that level. But as you guys notice, right, let me break something down to you. Look at this 1 minute. Look at how we're battling this candle. This candle is so important for volume. Why? Because if we had to close above this, that's that change in state of delivery on the second time frame, right? And you guys might be thinking, oh, it's a second time frame, like whatever. Like, no, everything plays a part into this. So what I want to see right here, right? Same thing. Notice how we have no wick right here. This is determining that there's no buyers, right? Gonna be buying or sellers pushing us down right here. So we should realistically have a really nice clean move, especially since we just tapped into this. Price might want to come down here, um, like right here and collect these orders, which would be fine as well. But I'm expecting huge volume right here, especially since we made a three top close wick. Like price maybe at macro time should flip. I just noticed news candle as well, so this probably was influenced by this news manipulation candle, scaring out really the buyers that got in, which would be us. But that's why we're the best, right? So overall looks really nice. Nice, beautiful wick still. Notice how we have no close beneath this bar right now either. This bearish wick opening down is really nice. I'm expecting price to come up. And honestly, I wouldn't mind us manipulating this to even come back into this a little more just so we have a faster move. Or we just completely launch from this. And I think I'm gonna, no, I think we're good. Um, I think it's an acceptable time to go break even now. Because right, anything about it, if we're break even, what is probable, right? If we come up, sweep this liquidity, what is more probable likely going to happen now? We're most likely just going to come back down. Why? Why? Because we swept liquidity. Look at this, right? So price, what are the odds, right? If price can't make this move up higher, price is most definitely just going to come back and fail right here, right? And then come into like a consolidation range and just slowly go higher. But I don't want to be in this trade, right? Because we're on an eval, bro. Like we need a pass, especially if it's change state delivery right here as well. Really nice. So I'm expecting us to have a little expansion right here, especially since we made no down wick. So I do want to see some expansion coming into the market right now. No, not really the expansion move I was looking for. Maybe let's look at the second time frame. So 15-second is really nice because it kind of gives you that sense of clarity, right? Yeah, nice. Here's this nice volume to the upside. I'm gonna move my stop loss a little higher up for $123. Super ageless trade, guys. And yesterday as well, might as well cover it. I caught this whole down move, bro. I literally caught this whole fucking down move, bro. And if you guys want me to explain that, I can explain that, going a little more deeper into it. Yeah. But look at this. Look at this beautiful price action. I'm gonna take a screenshot just for the thumbnail. We should see some nice volume right here. So it is acceptable to completely go into a trail zone mode because price right here is most likely just going to either come back straight down or completely flush our TP. We're not really in for this consolidation. So locking in $600 is a great thing in my opinion, because if we're going to come down here, then honestly, I don't really want to be in the trade and I would just take my 500 and look for another trade possible. Because I don't want all this work to go to nothing just to come down here and go break even. And that's what you guys need to determine, right? Because this price action should hold itself. Maybe we can go like this, but if price doesn't hold itself, then we are most likely just going to get break even, right? Um, so that's something you guys need to view. And really, once we're like close to TP like this, going on the seconds time frame is beautiful, right? Because notice how on the 1 minute we weren't close, so you can get a really good structure, kind of foundation on what we're doing on the 15-second, right? Notice how we have no top wick, so that just makes my confluence even more higher, right? So we're probably gonna have a nice volume candle up right now, which would be really nice. 30-second looks really nice as well. Beautiful touch into this gap. We have no top wick, right? So yeah, I'm expecting a lot out of us right now for longs. If we don't see that, then it's probably just gonna be a failure longs. Um, we are close to this demand, I believe, as well on the 15. Yeah, so this zone right here, super bearish, right? Without a doubt in my head. So there's reasons for us to go down, but we're just gonna see. Notice how we fail, so we're probably respecting it. Still looks really nice though. The bearish candle was coming regardless. It was just a matter of fact, like when, and it just happened to be literally above exactly where we're gonna go. Do we have a 5 minute gap? Okay, so we do not have a 5 minute gap, so that's even more probable for shorts to happen. Failure on the 5 minute shows that we are not as strong. Notice on this 1 minute we're just kind of, or 15 minute we're kind of just retracing. So the only way that this trade really works out is if we just have a huge movement candle back up out of this order block. If not, then we're probably just gonna fail and completely go down. Um, which honestly, I'm happy about either trade. This was a great trade. Yeah, so notice how we have that close. Like we're most likely just gonna come down and hit our break even, which is 500, which is really nice for an eval. Yeah. All right, so that's the first trade. Not a bad trade at all, in my opinion. So that was about like here, about here. Not bad. Yeah. Now we can kind of just look for something that we want to see. Um, see if this gap holds. Um, yeah. This candle right here was the rejection. Right here. So we're kind of just gonna see what happens out of this. Price might just pull back, or might price just continue downwards. This is where you kind of just gotta let it be, because now we're in the zone again. I think we abused at 7 as well. So yeah, big 5 minute rejection candle. Honestly, um, I don't know why my settings are fucked up. Whatever. So price kind of just hesitant right here. If we can get a close above it, I might just enter longs again, because the long perspective is a nice perspective to have, especially since we dumped yesterday so hard. So we're kind of just looking for a retracement, honestly. We have no draws to come down to, so this candle kind of just is a 3 bar manipulation. All right, I'm gonna end it right here. So thanks for watching.